Many of us could do with a little bit of extra cash, and some of you might be thinking, hey, maybe I could work from home. Maybe I could do some work for one of those big tech companies and earn myself an extra little bit of crust. Well, you could do exactly that if you were to get yourself a job at Amazon. You could work inside their customer services department, and the great thing is you don't need to go to Amazon HQ to do that job. You can actually do it from your home using your own internet connection. Just go and check out the Amazon website and they'll tell you all about the opportunity. Let's take a look. Work at home from the virtual customer center, so it's marvelous. It's an hourly job. We get paid $10 per hour. They just want us to be available between particular times. They will give you a shift time between 3 in the morning and midnight. They get to choose exactly when, and you'll work up to 60 hours per week. All you need is an internet connection and a Windows 8, Windows 10 or a Mac computer to do some of the job for you. And they'll send you a headset and you'll be helping people with their questions and queries, and be all marvellous, won't it? What a great way to make some cash. Now, let's take a closer look at some of the nitty-gritty and some of the requirements of the computer, just to make sure that we can apply for this job. Okay, we need a laptop, we need an external monitor, keyboard, okay, we'd expect that. We also need Windows 8, Windows 10, OS 10, an up-to-date version of that. We need to keep the operating system up to date with patches, and you need to be running Windows Defender if you're running Windows as well. But a little bit of something interesting here. It says the following programs must be uninstalled. All third-party antivirus programs, such as McAfee, Norton, AVG, Kaspersky, Avast, etc. Now, I've got a little bit of a problem with that. What they're saying is, if you're using a Windows computer, you can't run any antivirus software other than Microsoft Windows Defender. They want you to run Microsoft Windows Defender. Good. They're telling you to run an antivirus program. The problem is that they're insisting that it's Windows Defender. The problem with that is Microsoft Windows Defender isn't necessarily Premier League. If you look at some of the independent testing labs and their results, when they've looked at different antivirus products during the course of this year, you'll find that Windows Defender doesn't really perform as well as some of the products which Amazon are specifically saying that you should not use and cannot use on your computer if you want to work for them. So products like Norton, Kaspersky, AVG, for instance, who are specifically named in Amazon's conditions, actually have been found to be much more effective at stopping malware than Windows Defender. Maybe what Amazon should have done is said, look, you can run an antivirus program, but it has to be one of the ones which is top performing according to these independent tests. And those are the ones which we'd recommend, rather than really sort of rigidly saying it has to be Windows Defender. Only Windows Defender will do. There's another issue, isn't there? Because they're insisting on Windows Defender, but they're also saying that you can become an Amazon customer rep if you have an Apple Mac. And surprise, surprise, Windows Defender doesn't run on an Apple Mac. And yet the conditions say any antivirus, any third-party antivirus you're running on your computer has to be uninstalled, which means if you are speaking to an Amazon representative who happens to be on an Apple Mac, they're not running any antivirus at all. You know what? I think that's a really dumb idea. Imagine if malware had infected those computers, whether Windows or Mac. If those customer service reps are entering sensitive information, passwords, maybe information about the customers as well, who've got a customer support problem, there's the potential for malware to be keylogging and stealing information. You should run antivirus, and you should make sure it's a decent one, and you should do it on both your Windows computers and your Apple Macs. Yes, there's a lot less malware for Apple Mac than there is for Windows, but that doesn't mean that the problem is non-existent, and you should still run security software on your Mac. So Amazon, come on, you're recommending all the time that people buy this software from you. Why aren't you suggesting that your customer service reps are actually running it as well? Why are you actually preventing them from running it and protecting their computers and their data, as well as maybe your data too? Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like it and check out some of the other videos I've made as well. And if you really want me to make more vids, then subscribe to my channel. Alright? So, have you subscribed yet? Come on, subscribe.